Okay. So, good morning, Coral class.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
Good?
Wait.
What did you guys do anything fun yesterday after you left school? Yes, Luca, what'd you do?
Let's go at night. At night, I go to the I get the over here and stand on over here and here and.
Okay. So you got some stamps on your hands?
It's all the that stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's all crazy.
Was it fun?
No, it was.
It was crazy? So not fun, just crazy? Okay. That sounds good. Luca had a crazy evening. Daniel, what'd you do?
I did nothing.
You did nothing. Okay, that's kind of fun too, sometimes doing nothing. All right, Daniel did nothing. Anyone else? Does anyone else want to share what they did? Sammy.
I did nothing.
Also nothing? Did you do my homework? Daniel, did you do my homework?
Yes.
Oh, so you did something.
Yeah.
Did you eat food?
Yeah.
Also, you did something. You ate some food.
I did nothing.
Oh my gosh.
I just stayed in the bed for one day.
One day, stayed in the bed? Okay. Okay, so corals. Today, first class, we've been, well, you didn't raise your hand. Okay, do you want to say something? What'd you do, Tua?
I
Met your teacher? What kind of teacher? Play teacher? So was it fun? Did you have a good time? That's good, Shiwu. I'm glad. All right. So you saw your play teacher. That sounds like fun. Okay. So corals. Oh, that's her name. Okay. Yeah, it's your play teacher's name. Yeah, I know. I understand. Okay. So corals. This morning, we have not done theme class in a very long time because we've been catching up with our other books that we've been doing. So Mr. Christian's first class, I think we're going to do theme. So we did a little bit at the beginning. Does anyone remember what we talked about a couple of weeks ago? What is our theme for this month and next month?
living thing.
Living thing. So it's called ecology and conservation. Can we say that together? Ecology and conservation. Right? So we talked a little bit about it last class, but or not last class, a couple weeks ago, but we didn't do too much with it. So first off, what does the question say up here, Ethan? Yeah, so what is a natural environment? Does anyone remember? We talked about this a little bit in our brain bank and some of our other classes. That's okay if you don't remember. Does anyone remember what is a natural environment? Ryan? Something we need. There are things we need in a natural environment. Yes, raise your hand, Aaron. There are living things in a natural environment, and a lot of a natural environment is living. That's close. Does anyone have any other guesses?
What do they live?
Ah, okay. So many animals live. Habitats, right? So these are areas where many animals live, right? So wait, is our school, is this a natural environment? No. Is your home a natural environment? Your home natural environment? Yes? No. Is a swimming pool, is that a natural environment? No. Those are all environments that were man-made, right? Humans made those environments. Natural environments were already there, not made by us, right? That's why they're called natural. Right? So can we think of some, raise your hand, can we think of some different natural environments? Go ahead, raise your hand if you think you know a natural environment. Aaron. People? Some people live in natural environments, but people are not a natural environment. It's a good guess though. Can anyone else guess what is a natural environment? We've talked about these in some of our other classes before. Aaron, you want to try again? Or so not animals. These are not animals. These are places. What places are natural environments? Places. Sammy, do you have any guesses? Daniel? Do you have any guesses? Ethan? Okay, factory. That is man-made environment. Okay, I'm going to give you one. Okay, Aaron, one more time. There we go. So Aaron got one, right? What is a natural environment? One is a forest. Can someone give me another natural environment? Ryan. A garden is a natural environment, yes. It's a small natural environment, but it is DJ, okay, yes, DJ, desert. Okay, go ahead, just say out some natural environments. Ocean, good. River, good. Sea's kind of same as ocean. Ryan? Sun is not really, it helps everything grow, right? In the natural. Earth is, you could kind of say that. That's one big natural environment, but let's be more specific. So forest, garden, desert, ocean, river, Jiwoo. Huh? Oh, well, we are living, but yeah, you could say in a way, yes. The Arctic, okay, so that's a specific place, right? Arctic is a very, very, very cold area. Yes, Ryan. Bank? Do any animals live in the bank? What? Remember, those factories, like Ethan said, bank, house, those are all man-made. Animals don't normally live there, right? Do plants grow there? Not really. It's not natural. Any more? We'll do a couple more. Ryan, do you have another? Sit. What's another? Do you have another? Rock is part of natural environments. Rocks you can find in a natural environment, but a rock is not a natural environment. What about if Mr. Christian said mountain? Right? Is mountain? I think that's one, right?
Now I think of one.
What's one, Ethan? Oh, a volcano? Okay, yeah, that'll work. That's a certain natural environment. There's also a pond, right? Pond.
But that's
Yes,
kind
Drew?
of river.
Well, a pond is actually different from a river because a pond is like this. There's no outlet for the river. A pond does not move, whereas a river is moving, right? Okay, so that's different. Pond is small, and a river goes to the ocean. Rivers and streams, they go to the ocean. Chiwu, did you have another one for me?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that?
Playground.
Playground? No, that's not one. I think we have a lot though. So these are all, yes. Soil? That's kind of a natural environment. That's a very specific type.
Oh, we made
I
it.
guess you could say that.
Building.
Do animals grow and live in buildings? I think some of you are just being silly now. Okay, so wait. All right, last one, Drew. All right. Farm is, yeah, so a farm might work, but part of it's made by humans, but you could say farm in a way, I guess, yeah, and go ahead, Drew, last one. Meadow, yeah, meadows are one, okay, and then it's kind of like a plains, like where, like a field kind of, maybe flowers and plants grow there. Yes, Ryan, last one. Zoo? So there are many animals that live in the zoo, but we make zoos, right? We make zoos, so that's not a natural environment. Okay, so we talked about natural environments. Now I want to talk a little bit about living and non-living things. So in all of these places, forests, gardens, deserts, ocean, river, mountains, all these places, there are lots of things that are living, and there are lots of things that are non-living, right? Yeah, nothing lives in volcano, right? So everyone, I want everyone to look at the TV here. So we're going to talk a little bit about living things now. We talked a little bit about this before. So by the end of class, I want you to be able to tell me this is a living thing, this is a non-living thing.
No,
Okay?
I'm not a living thing.
Well, you're not? Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're not a non-living thing.
All right, what are you, a chair?
So
Are you a piece of paper? No, you are not a non-living thing. Yes, that is.
You're true. But
That is
you
true.
said I'm not living thing.
That's what you said. I thought. I'm sorry.
This is
Okay, so let's go over. Everyone, paying attention here to the TV, please.
No, I'm not living thing.
Listening ears, right? Okay, so characteristics of living things. Aaron, why don't you go ahead and read this first part for me?
Things that are made up of one or more cells.
They're made up of one or more cells. So remember, cells, all of us, we're made up of many, many, many cells. So they're so small, you cannot see one cell. You cannot even see like
I know
100.
cells.
They're tiny,
I
right?
know cells.
You know cells, right?
Why
Maybe you
does-
talked about that with Miss
why
Jamila in
does-
science
Oh,
class.
we can see our
So,
skins.
yeah. So we can see our skin, but you cannot just see one cell. We are made up of many, 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 many cells. So living things, like Aaron said, made up of one or more cells. Ryan, what does it say here?
Grow and develop.
Okay, yeah, living things, they grow and develop. Luca, come over here. Come stand up.
I'm gonna go
Is Luca a living thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is one thing that Luca's doing every single day that you all are doing?
Grow.
Growing. Luca's growing.
Working.
When I first saw Luca was maybe this tall. I think he's gotten bigger, right? And just like the plants, look at the picture here. Look at the plants. Day 1, 3 weeks, 5 weeks. They get bigger, right? So same like you guys are growing and developing every single day, right?
No.
No? No? You're not learning anything? You're not learning anything? Go sit down, crazy boy. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So you're getting bigger every day, and you're also learning a lot, right? Mr. Christian thinks your English has gotten better in the 7 months we've been together. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one. Sammy, can you read this one for me? It's a big word here. Reproduce. Good. Reproduce to form new living things. So right, humans and other animals reproduce means, what does reproduce mean? Does anyone know what that means? DJ?
Baby.
Yes, have a baby, right? Just like your mom and dad, they had you as a baby, right? Maybe some of you have little brothers and sisters or little baby brothers or sisters. That's because your mom and dad reproduce, they have babies. So humans, all of us, we reproduce just like any other living thing, right?
My mommy play my little brother.
Jiwoo, can you read this one for me? Respond to what is around them. Nana, good morning! Oh my gosh, oh yeah, okay, you don't need to come up to this one. But this is true. Jiwoo came up, respond to what is around them. So if I tell Jiwoo to read, Jiwoo responded by reading, right? Right? So that was good. Jiwoo responded. We know she's living because she was responding.
Have a life.
So also, if it is very hot in here, what do you say to Mr. Christian? Yeah, you say it's hot, aircon, right? Aircon. Or sometimes you say it's too cold, right? So you're responding to what's around you. If you pinch yourself or someone pinches you, it hurts. You say, ouch, stop, right? That's you responding, right? So you're responding to things that are happening around you. Okay, go ahead and read this one, please. Daniel, can you read this for me? Nutrients. Okay, good. Food for nutrients and energy. We talked about this in our health unit, right? For those of you that were here for open house, yes. What do we need? What do we need for energy? We need food, right? We need it so we can stay healthy and so that we can do things, right? If we don't get food, what's going to happen?
You'll die.
Oh, that would not be good, right?
Yeah.
That would be very bad.
So you will be hungry.
Yeah, we'd go hungry. And last thing, Nana, hi. We're doing game class right now. You're late again. Oh my gosh, come on. Come early, come early. Okay. Nana, can you read this one for me? What do we need to do? Yeah, living things. We need water to drink. If we don't have water, then again we'll die. We need this. We need it.
When we get so thirsty, then we will die if we don't drink our water.
Yes, you are right, DJ. We need the water or else we will die. And the last thing we need all of these things or else we would die. The last thing, TJ, what does this say here?
Air to breathe.
Air to breathe, right?
When we don't need air, then we die because air is clean.
Yes, we need air, right? We need air. If you hold your breath, you can only do it for a little bit, then you go, right? You need air to breathe. Yeah, right? You need it. Otherwise, you'll go, right? And then, so, living things need, what do living things need? You know, what does this say? Habitats. Habitats to live in, right? So just how you all have homes, everybody lives in home, right? Animals need homes too, right? So in natural environments or habitats, these are areas where animals can live. Can a polar bear live in school? No. Can a duck live at your home? Well, you can pet it, but can it live at your home by itself? No. Can a scorpion live in the bank? No. Yeah, but it needs to eat some things. It cannot eat anything in the bank, right? So these are all natural environments, and these are things that animals need to live in, right? Okay, so that's the end of this show. Now I want you to, yes, Nana, you have questions?
But this is not your home, so you need to die.
Oh my gosh, that was mean. Okay, so now pay attention to I'm going to let you see one very quick YouTube video, and this talks about natural habitats, environments, and living and non-living things. I'm going to show you about 2 minutes of it, okay?
The world around us. All things present in the world are natural. Living, non-living. Natural things. We see beautiful lakes, mountains, forests, animals, and the birds around us. They are all naturally present in the world. The things that naturally exist in this world are called natural things. All living things are natural things. Even some of the non-living things like sunlight, air, water, soil, sand, and rocks are natural things. Man-made things. The things which are made by man man-made things. Chair, jute bag, table, sweater are few examples of man-made things. Preserving the natural things. Man makes things using the natural things. The book that we read is made from paper. Paper is made from the pulp of trees. The book is man-made, whereas the pulp of trees is a natural thing.
Okay,
That was not fun.
I'm sorry. It doesn't always have to be fun, it has to be education. So I was just trying to show you there, we just talked about natural habitats and then things that were living things and non-living things. So before we start a little bit of this PowerPoint, I want us to let's think of some things that are living things and non-living things. So go ahead and just raise your hand. Tell me if you think you know something that is living, and then tell me if you think you know something that is non-living. You can tell me one for either one. Luca,
Water.
what is it? Water, is it living or non-living? Water's living? No, does water breathe? Does water need food? Oh, I think so. What is water? Is it living or non-living, Luca? Non-living, right? Water is non-living. Sammy, what is that, living or non-living? Very good, Sammy. So water is non-living, but living, here we have plants, right? Aaron, animal, living thing. Yes, you could say animals. All animals are living things. Very good. Nana. Very good. So air is a non-living thing. So it helps us live, right? Water and air, they help us live, but they are not living, right? Because does air need food? Does air need to sleep? Does air need water? No, it's a thing, but it's not living, right? It doesn't need the things that we need. Aaron again? Huh? Very good. Rock is non-living. Rock is in these environments, but it's not living, right? Rocks. Sammy? Non-living. So many living things live on mountains, right? But that does not mean the mountain is living. Good. We'll do a few more. Does anyone have any more? So really, yes, Luca? Living or non-living? Living? The forest is living? Luca's a little right, because forests are, what are in forests? What is most of a forest? Forests are trees and plants, right? And then there's animals in it too. But are trees and plants living? Trees not living? Plants, they are living. They don't move a lot, but we saw that in our last PowerPoint that they are living, right? So yeah, in a way, Luca's kind of right. Forests, they are actually living, right? All of the trees, all of the plants, they need sun, they need food, all kinds of things. All right, one more, Aaron. Yeah, so that, we actually kind of, when you said animals, that means all animals. So birds, eagles, snakes, are mammals animals? Yeah, so that's included, right?
People.
Very good. Okay, so Corals, let's go ahead and we're going to do a couple slides here. And then Mr. Christian's going to give you a couple of worksheets to work on together, okay? So, again, characteristics of non-living things. Can you read this for me, Ethan? Let's read. Non-living things can be divided into two groups. So actually, who hasn't read yet? Ryan, can you read number 1 for me? So again, stone, gold, these things were never living, right? They've never been part of the living things. Number 2, Ethan, go ahead and read that for me.
That were once part of living things were once living. For example, paper comes from tea. Also, coal is formed from tea that died millions of years ago. And sank into the ground.
Very good, Ethan. So again, yes, look at these pictures over here. It says here, right? So like trees, right? Trees are living things, right? And what do we get from trees? Luca, head up. Daniel, head up.
Paper.
Paper, right? Is paper a living thing?
No. Yes.
No, paper's not living, even though we got it from trees. Also, coal is formed from trees that died millions of years ago and sank into the ground. So coal comes from trees, but is coal living? No. Coal is something that we use for like energy, basically. So coal we don't use as much anymore, but still sometimes we use for energy, kind of like for gas.
What's that?
Okay, so comparing and contrasting. Go ahead, reading for me here, Sammy.
Comparing is when we tell how things are alike or the same.
Very good. Yes, so we've already talked about this in our other classes. Comparing is when something is similar, right? And Aaron, what's this? Contrasting.
Contrasting is when we tell how things are different.
Yes, so we're going to compare and contrast. We've been over this concept a couple of times. You should already know that. So what we're going to do with our worksheets today, we're going to have a Venn diagram to show how things are the same and different. Now that's one thing we haven't done before. Have any of you guys used Venn diagram? Have we done? I don't think we've done in our class. Have you done in maybe one of special classes? Venn diagram, so it looks like this. Maybe we did in our writing class 1 or 2 times, but I don't think so. Venn diagram like this. Has any of you done this with me? Or maybe Miss Jamila, special class?
I think I learned with my mom.
You learned with your mom? Okay.
I learned with Miss Jamila 2 times.
You learned 2 times?
I know for writing book has picture of that.
Oh, okay. So who's one of my book getters?
Me.
Nana! You were here late, so I'm going to make you pass these out. Nana, can you give these one to everybody, please?
But I'm the book getter too.
Yeah, 3 of you are, but there's only 1 set of worksheets, so I have more worksheets. Don't worry, I'll let you guys do something, okay? But we're going to do this worksheet first.
How about the eraser?
Yes, and very good. Thank you, Aaron, my pencil and eraser getters. So yes, Aaron, erasers, and Ryan, pencils. For everyone, please. So passing around, you sitting forward, please. Okay. So now we're going to work on this Venn diagram. What is it, everyone who has a paper right now, what are we comparing and contrasting? A cat and a chair, right? That's kind of weird. Why are we doing a cat and a chair?
I don't have worksheets. I don't have pencils.
Okay, she's still bringing them around.
I keep
Uh-oh, who's the pencil getter?
pencil getter.
Oh, Ryan, give one to Luca. Luca needs one.
Thank you. I don't have pencil. I don't have pencil.
Okay, Ryan, come on, we need to work. Let's go.
I don't know. I know you hide it. Yes. I have. What?
Extra? No Chloe today. Thank you.
I don't have pencil.
All right, sit down, Nana.
I got a pencil.
Okay, Luca, Ryan heard you.
DJ don't have pencil.
Ryan, okay, yeah, he does have a pencil. He does have one. There, you have one.
DJ don't
Good,
have
thank you.
pencil. DJ don't have
Thank you. Okay, so everyone should have everything now. Thank you, Ryan. So again, here's an example of Venn diagram. Everything. So look here. Mr. Christian put one up here too, kind of like yours. Here we have cat. Here we have chair. So everything that is the same about cat and chair, you put in the middle. Everything that's different, you put here and here, okay? So we're gonna work on this together, and then you're gonna do another one, and you're gonna do it on your own. So let's look here. Go ahead and read for me this first part. Did you want to read? No? Okay. Nana, can you go ahead and read this first part for me?
Chair is non-living thing. It has 4 legs. It is purple and silver. It has a back. People use chair to sit down.
Very good. Okay, very good. And the second one, go ahead. DJ, you want to read it?
The cat is a living thing. It has 3 legs. It is orange and white. It has a back. People have pet it as pets.
Again, very good, DJ. Thank you very much. So, we have a little description of each one. So Mr. Christian's going to read one more time, listening ears, right? Because now we need to write down these in the middle. So, the chair is a non-living thing. It has 4 legs. It is purple and silver. It has a back. People use chairs to sit down, right? The cat is a living thing. It has 4 legs. It is orange and white. It has a back. People have cats as pets. So, now that we've read that, now that you've read it and listened 2 times, can somebody tell Mr. Christian, what will we put in the middle if they're the same? Ethan. They're both, sorry? Natural resources? No, does it say, so Ethan, does it say anything about natural? Okay, yes, Ethan, so not natural resources, but, okay. Yeah, that's a good one, so, but not natural resources, because it doesn't say anything about natural resources here, Ethan, right? Let's only think about what it says, but yes, the second thing that Ethan says, let's write that down. The chair has how many legs? 1, 2, 3, 4. The cat has how many legs? So go ahead in here. So it's, you don't have a lot of space, so just write 4 legs. Don't worry about the bell. We got started a little late today. I let you do more work with your warm-up. So we still have a little bit of time. So just write down 4 legs. Can you write down 4 legs for me? You okay? We're almost finished. We're going to do spelling test soon. We're doing spelling test soon.
Here?
Yes, right in the middle, yeah. Okay, so 4 legs. What else is the same about the cat and the chair, Luca? What else is the same? What does it say that we read? Wait. Luca raised his hand first. Sorry, Luca? There's a little bit of white. This is kind of silver though, so that's not the same because this is white and this is silver, right? So what is the same, Nana?
They all have a back.
Very good, Nana. Remember, look here. It says it has a back. Also here, it has a back.
But
Ryan, let's write these down and then I'll call on you next. All right. So let's write this down first. All right. So write down. They have a back, right? They have a back.
What's the last one?
Okay, now is there any more, are any of these else the same? Is anything else the same here, Ryan?
They say people both of them, people have both of them.
So you could, okay, that's good. People have them for different reasons, but Ryan, very good. People have chairs and people have cats, right? They don't use them for the same thing, but okay, Ryan, let's do that one more. Let's say people have them. That's okay, we can write people have them. Okay, I want to try and finish this in the next couple minutes so you can do one more worksheet. So let's go quickly. What is something that's only about the cat? After you finish writing down, what is something that it says here that's only about the cat? I want someone else to tell me. Someone else that hasn't raised their hand. Daniel, can you tell me what is something about the cat that's only about the cat, not about the chair?
Only about the cat,
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Hair? So, yeah, let's see. You are right. So, yes, Daniel, you are right. A cat has fur. But I want to find something that it only says here. So it doesn't talk about the fur. But Daniel, you are right. Let's see what else here that we're reading. Sammy, you said you had something? Okay, so it is an animal. What should we? The cat is a.
Living thing.
It's a living thing. Yes. So Sammy, you were right. It's an animal. So let's just write that down. A living thing, right? A living thing. And what about the chair? If the cat is a living thing, yes, the chair is a non-living thing, right? The chair is a non-living thing.
Some things can move a little bit.
A non-living.
No, sure will never move.
Okay.
You see the
Tell me another difference. What's something about the cat that is not true about the chair, or the other way around? Reading. Go ahead. Once you're finished copying, I'll let you copy further. Sorry. Ethan. Very good, Ethan. The color of the cat is what? The color of the cat is orange and white. And the chair is what, Ethan? Yes, so for chair, you could just write, again, you don't have a lot of space, so just write silver and purple. And the next one, yeah, the cat, you would write down orange and white. Orange and white. Very good. Let me see. One more thing. So there's one more thing we can write down. What is different about the cat, and what is different? What is different about the cat from the chair, and what is different about the chair from the cat? Can everyone read? Look up if you're finished writing. Look over here reading.
No, I know what's different.
What's different, Sammy?
The chair is non-living and no.
We said that. You're right. We said that. Almost finished. Almost finished. Can you write this down? Write this down, please. It's almost spelling test time. Almost spelling test time. I know you're ready for spelling test. Okay, so I want you to read the last sentence. Read the last sentence for chair and last sentence for the cat. No. What is the last sentence? What is the last sentence for chair?
People use chairs to sit down.
Okay, and Luca, what is the last sentence for the cat?
People have cats as pets.
So that's it, right? What do you use chair for? Yeah, so let's just write that down. You use chair, let's just write to sit down. And what do you use a cat? Do you sit down on a cat?
No.
You don't sit down on a cat, right?
In a horse.
What do you have a cat for? What is it? It's a pet, right? It's there to comfort you, right? Or you can play with it. Is a pet. Okay, I'm going to come around and check to see if you guys have written these things down. And then if we have a little bit of time, I'm going to let you go ahead. Maybe next class, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to let you go ahead and make your own Venn diagram. You guys are going to work together, okay? So coming around to check. Good job, Jiwoo. Keep going. non-living thing. Non-living thing. Okay. Oh my gosh, you put it up here. We've got so much space down here. That's okay. Good job, good job, good job. Ryan, I see how you did here. Good job. Okay, when you are finished writing, I want you to go ahead and put everything in your cubbies. And we are going to move on to our test.